Let's have a little talk bro to bro, man. You're on YouTube, you looking at Nofap videos, you're looking at semen retention videos all day, you're counting your streak, you're doing 6 or 7 days and then relapsing and you're feeling bad about yourself. And I'm here to talk to you as big bro right now. I'm coming to you as big bro, a guy that's done it, a guy that has been looking at Nofap content since like 2018, 2019. I'm here to tell you, man, there's a few things that you're probably doing wrong if you're still having these problems, man, because a lot of these guys, they say, oh, this many days, and then you get these benefits, and this many days, and this stuff will happen for you. But a lot of that is false, and it gives guys false expectations, and it just makes guys focus so much more on just counting the days and waiting for a benefit to happen when that's not the way you need to go about it, bro. The thing you need to do is focus more so on things that are going to keep you away from fapping, the things that are going to help you retain your semen more often, and that's going to come with finding positive habits and focusing on the positive habits. The streak, you got to get that out your head. Take the whole I counted my days thing. Take that out your mind. Don't even look at it as like something to be striving towards when it comes to like, oh, 30-day streak, 300-day streak, because that's only giving more energy to the problem, you know what I'm saying? And that's literally how life works. If you are addicted to something, whether it's porn, drugs, or whatever, nobody's gonna be able to help you but you. And the best way to help you is to find other stuff to put your energy into. When it comes to semen retention, a lot of y'all feel so like you feel a little bit backed up, or you feel like extra horny, or you feel like you gotta release like right now, and that's because you're not transmuting that energy. You gotta take that energy and put it into something else, whether you're transferring it, that's like going to work out or building something, or you transmuting it, and that's literally like creation, actually making something, coming up with ideas, whatever you do, however you create, it's many ways that it can be done, but the main thing is to find better habits, find stuff to fill your time, because when the guys fat most of the time, it's when you're alone. It's when you're alone, you're in your room, you have idle time. I don't mind it. You know how they say it's the devil's playground. So you gotta keep that in mind. You gotta be the type of guy that when there's nothing to do, you find something to do, because if you don't, then you're gonna end up right back in your bed under the cover, going on that little website and doing what you be doing sometimes. And you don't want to do that no more. And I can tell, because you're watching this video, you watch probably 10 other videos on the same topic. Some guys telling you the same exact information every single video, but you still have the same problem. And that's because you're focusing on the problem. You shouldn't even be watching these types of videos no more. Once you get it, once you understand, okay, when I think about fapping, I need to discover my triggers. That's a big thing. Find out what triggers you, if it's TikTok, if it's social media, because that's how a lot of it starts. You be on that social media, then you end up on another one, and then you end up on the porn. So once you know those triggers, it's time to, okay, we're going to push those things to the side and get some new stuff in your life, like meditation, try new workouts, reading, different things that will keep your mind strong, that's building up that mental discipline. Because that's what it all comes down to at the end of the day, just mental discipline when it comes to guys being successful in life. You're not going to find many super successful men that are healthy and wealthy at the same time that don't have some form of mental discipline, some strong form of mental discipline, because yeah, all of us want to do it. All of us want to just lay back, eat chips and things like that. But when it comes to actually doing the hard work when you don't feel like it, that's between you and that's between your higher power. That's between the source, you and the source. When it comes to doing the stuff that you don't want to do, but you know you need to do, that's all up to you at the end of the day. I can't watch you 24/7. The only person that can watch you 24/7 and keep yourself accountable is you. And when it comes to that, you just gotta think about your reasons why. Your reasons why you shouldn't be fapping. And that's because 9 times out of 10, your life isn't what you want it to be. So as far as the benefits, man, the benefits are gonna come from the good habits, not from that fapping. Like, yes, you might your testosterone be a little higher, and girls, that does attract them somewhat. But you still have to be present, and you still have to be able to talk to girls and stuff like that. It's not just it's gonna be easier, yeah, but you still have to get those experience points. You gotta get experience talking to women before you become fully comfortable and confident in doing it. Because I'm gonna tell you, it's guys that fap every day, but they still know how to talk to women and can still get women very easily. And that's because they got that dog in them. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they shouldn't be fapping either. Yeah, not fapping and focusing on better habits will also make their life better, but they're not gonna have that problem with women. Like a lot of guys I see nowadays are having problems just talking to women, which this is so it's not confusing to me. Like, I'm not ignorant to it, but I grew up, it was like women are the easiest part of my life. It's not hard to get women. You should be the type of guy that you got thousands of women just waiting at the gate. Like, yeah, you might got one girl on the inside or a few on the inside, but you got them waiting at the gate. It shouldn't be, oh, you chasing them, you liking their pictures, and you all up on their stories and stuff every day. Nah, if you want to be a guy that women respect, women go after, because let me tell you, I'm in a relationship, but I can tell a woman that a woman can ask me if I'm single, and I'll tell her like, yeah, I'll be honest, I'm in a relationship, and let's say 6, 7 times out of 10, that girl's still gonna want to have some type of dealings with me, and that's just because I've built myself up through good habits, not I just not fapping and stuff like that. Which yeah, I don't fap anymore since probably years now. I can't tell you what streak I'm on because I don't worry about a streak. And don't get me wrong, like it's been times like, yeah, relapse and da 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 da, but that was back when I was focused on the streak. Once you start focusing on the streak and start focusing on the good habits, can't nothing touch you. Can't nothing touch you. You ain't gonna be worried about no porn. That's gonna be the last thing on your mind. And the last thing I'm gonna also say about the porn, you really watching somebody else do what you want to do. Just think about that. Like, you're watching another guy do what you want to do with a girl, and you're trying to pretend you're there. So just imagine yourself in that room of whatever video you're watching. It can be two girls or whatever. And you're not in the scene. I know you like to pretend you're in the scene. You're not in the scene. You're over here in the corner. You see the corner in the back of the room? That's where you at. You over there in that motherfucking corner, and you just looking. You looking and you're playing with yourself. Now, keep that image in your mind when you thinking about, when the next time you get those urges and you want to fat, because you're gonna have a way better time if you hold it and use that energy. Because you got to think, once you rewire your brain not to fap and to only be able to release when you have a woman, everything changes. And everything changes because now you got to get outside. You got to work on yourself, because these are only ways. If that's the only way you're going to get sex, you got to think pleasure is a driving motive. Pleasure is a big motivation of why humans in general do everything we do. Most humans, we run towards pleasure and away from pain. So you need to go towards the pain of not fapping to eventually get to a point where the pleasure you're running towards is going out and interacting with women in hopes that, yeah, you might get a release. And of course, that shouldn't be the only thing you're hoping for, because even on a semen retention level, like, yeah, it's good to hold in your creative force. Like, you gotta use it for the right things, but at the same time, counting how long you haven't had sex with a woman is not a proud thing to be doing. I'm saying, if you're a single guy, you really in grind season, grind mode, then do that. Hold it, do your thing, but don't hold it up like a trophy, like, oh, I haven't busted in 150 days because I can't get any woman. Like, that's just kind of weird to me. But you know, to each his own, to each his own. Think about this video. Think about yourself in that corner next time you're gonna do any of those activities. As always, I love y'all. I'm out.